one last delicious breakfast at Westin before Salzburg, Austria.
So yeah, I think this hotel is really nice. Love the queen size bed. Everything is very nice and spacious. The bathroom is also great. The bathtub was actually a lot shorter, so it was safer to go over. Yeah, I really like it. The AC is nice. Everything is just really good. And I'm no expert of like hotels, but the ones that I've stayed throughout my life, like this is one of my more favorite ones, and it's nice and clean. So yeah, thank you Munich, Germany. I will see you in the future, but really love this hotel experience.
You see a lot of corn being grown. Actually, it's corn for animals mainly.
When you read, you begin with A, B, C. When you sing, you begin with do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi.
Thank you. Austria is part of the Union, so there are no strict border controls. You can just simply drive through. Some more facts about Salzburg and Austria. Austria's Alps is 750 miles long and 28% of the Alps is in Austria. There are 9 regions in Austria, and Salzburg was once part of the Archbishop district, which was led by political and Catholic leaders. That's why there are about 120 churches in the area. Keep the receipt after you use the bathroom. You can use it to buy a snack. For example, the cost to use the bathroom was 70 cents euro, so my drink was 70 cents cheaper. It's an authentic Austrian drink, and the closest drink that I've had before is ginger ale, but less fizzy and pretty sweet. The local tour guide took us around the main places in Salzburg, and many were from The Sound of Music. We started the tour at the Mirabel Garden, where part of Do, Re, Mi was filmed.
And we're gonna cross over the river into the old part of the city, where I'm gonna guide you in circles to confuse you as much as possible, right? Now that you see all the sights.
Salzburg somehow managed to avoid all the big wars such as World War I, II, and the 30-Year War. Salz means salt and Berg means castle, so they controlled the salt trade in the past. A little bit about puppet making. It takes years to learn how to make, carve, and control the puppets. A local puppet company in Salzburg didn't accept the job when asked, so Bill Bard and Cora Bard were offered, and they made the puppets for the song The Lonely Goat Herd. Mozart once lived there for a period of time, but during World War II, 2/3 of the building was destroyed by an air raid, so the white mark signifies how much the house was damaged, and they rebuilt that part. It is now a museum. Christopher wanted to live here because there's a piano, and he wanted to play the piano after recording every day. While Christopher Plummer aka Von Trapp, liked to party around the piano, Julie Andrews, aka Maria, lived in a hotel across the street where it was more quiet so she could take care of her 2-year-old daughter. Markarsteg Bridge of the Lock Bridge, first made in 1960 but then modernized in 2000s, and that's when people started placing locks around that time. The bridge was named after a well-known painter in the 19th century called Hans Markart. They narrowed down the Salzburg River because they wanted to control the river floods, increase city growth, and use it to generate power and energy. In 1890, Paul Fürst created this sweet dessert in Salzburg. It has pistachio, marzipan, nougat, and dark chocolate. It was named Mozartgulken because people loved Mozart, so he named it after a famous composer. The difference between the blue silver and red gold is that the ones that are in the blue and silver are handmade, so they cost more, while the red and gold are mass-produced.
A hot day, so keep hydrated, and we have everywhere in the city fountains like that, and our tap.
The last 5 minutes. 5 minutes? That's the last one.
The letters Mozart's good because of us. Too many gold on them and stop them. Let's continue. 150 years old by the same family, and in the late 19th century, women were still not allowed in coffee houses. Can you imagine? And right at that time, Carl and Elisa Tomaselli inherited that place. And Elisa said, that's not good enough. So what she did is she built that upper floor as a ladies' coffee house. And that took the every day. One day, passes by the coffee house here and sees her dog sitting in there.
It was once a unicorn, but after making it, they realized that they couldn't open the windows, so they got rid of the horn. This was the part where Maria walked through with her luggage and guitar when she sang, "I have confidence." Oh. I see.
Now, I really need your attention, please. Dramatic pause.
We ended the guided tour here by Mozart's statue. Instead of joining the extra excursion, we decided to explore on our own. Some facts about Salzburg. The Old Town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There are lots of narrow cobbled streets, Baroque churches, and squares. I have confidence and confidence alone. Yeah, the lighting is really nice. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow till you find your dream. A dream that will need all the love you can give. Every day of your life, for as long as you live. Climb every mountain. The ice cream was good, but if you go to a less busy touristy place, you can find cheaper ice cream shops there. There is a public bathroom area near here. You need to pay though. Café Tomaselli is the oldest cafe in Austria. It was founded in 1700 and it has very traditional Austrian Viennese decorations such as wooden panels, marble tables, chandeliers, silver trays, and nicely dressed waiters and waitresses. Our local tour guide said the waiters wear bow ties, which is very rare these days. Many people say that you should try the sooooo, which is a chocolate cake with thin layers of apricot jam. Austria is known for apricot products, by the way. However, when I asked the server about it, he said he's personally not a huge fan because that kind of cake is usually dry, and he recommended the Mozart cake, which had layers of cherry inside. I took his word even though at home I don't like cherry flavored things. However, this turned out lovely. The chocolate cake was light, fluffy, and the cherry was a tad tart, so it was a lovely balance. It was a great combo actually. I also got a cappuccino to go with my cake and it was delicious. I'm quite surprised their cakes were reasonable and quite affordable, about $5 each. You can use the restroom, but you need to use the stairs. So when you dine in, you can use it afterwards or beforehand. The original church was consecrated in 774, but after a few disasters, they rebuilt and fixed the cathedral and was consecrated again in 1628, becoming the first Baroque church in Austria. World War II did destroy the dome, but was restored in 1959. We went to the Modern Museum, but we just ordered the tickets to take us to the entrance so we could see the entire Salzburg. It was €5 per person, and it was a lovely view and also another place where The Sound of Music was filmed. You could see everything up there and the weather was lovely too. It was breathtaking and we could hear the bells chime as well. Thank you.
Push.
Fortress Salzburg is one of the largest well-preserved medieval castles in Europe. It was constructed in 1077, built by an Archbishop Gebhard. It was a defensive fortress with the outer walls that are up to 8 meters thick, and you can go up there with one of the oldest world's funicular railway. Yes, it still works. Do, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself, far a long way to run, run. It's hot.
If I don't, I just know I'll turn back. I must dream of the thing. Let them bring on all their problems. I'll do
Oh, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself, far a long, long way to run. So a needle pulling thread, law, a note to follow, so tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to lost
After I was content visiting numerous The Sound of Music locations, we browsed around a supermarket. No longer a surprise, no AC. Handmade versus the red and gold ones, which are over there. Those are probably cheaper than this. But here, $5.49, maybe 2 pieces? I don't know. The Mozart Bridge was made by Mr. Krimmel, who owned a cafe, and he wanted a bridge that could take people to his store. It officially opened in 1903 as a toll bridge at first. Instead of taking Bolt or Uber, we decided to walk for about 25 minutes to the hotel. That way we could see other streets and buildings. That's why I was able to see Mozart's Bridge, another scene from The Sound of Music. Thank God we were able to walk in the shade the entire time because it was around 3 p.m. or so, and it was quite hot if you were underneath the sun. This location has its own Baroque chapel, and there are about 154 rooms. I love the big windows that could also open up for some fresh air. It felt very peaceful and away from the busy streets.
We can eat breakfast here. We keep going. Yeah, right here. Hello. Oh, interesting. Lots of artwork with the skeleton dude. Okay, 240. Alright, we just entered the hotel room. Let's see what we have here. There's a safe. I'm guessing this is the closet. Yes. I'm guessing, I don't know, more storage? Oh, okay. You can iron your clothes. Here's the bathroom. Similar style here, but gotta be careful. The tub is big. Handheld shower. Decent sized bathroom, and toilet is right behind. Okay, as we enter here, we have storage room. Guessing this is the refrigerator that I cannot open. That's okay. And here's the view of our bed. We have 2 couches, small seats, and then we have this really cute view. I don't know what this is in particular, but it's nice. It's not going to be too loud. I think you can also open the windows too, but it's hot, so we're not doing that. Yeah, some charging ports. This hotel looks old, but interior-wise, it looks nice. It's like a courtyard. Yeah, 早餐可以出邊食。幾好嘅都。Oh, look at the flowers here. These are special. Multiple dining areas. Lots of historical pictures and drawings. For dinner, the tour team met up. The bread was nice and flavorful on its own, but with the butter, it was even better. Austria is known for their dairy products. I got a Diet Coke because I don't drink alcohol and I didn't want anything too sugary. Soda in glass bottles hit differently. The potato soup was delicious and it wasn't too salty. It had a few pieces of croutons on top, which added extra textures and flavors. Our main course was chicken schnitzel, and it was so tender, juicy, and amazing. The batter was light and it didn't feel too oily or greasy. The salad and the potato salad underneath complemented with it so well. It was a lovely meal. Lastly, we got chocolate mousse that was airy and light with an assortment of berries. Some that I've never tried, like the gooseberry on top. It was a lovely set, and the waitresses also dressed up in traditional Dender dresses. Wow, my dream finally came true of visiting Salzburg and saw many lovely sights from The Sound of Music. Sadly, we need to leave tomorrow, but we'll still be in Austria.